Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to the new Jimny channel. In today's video we'll be going over the total cost of the big Jimny build. A lot of money has been spent on this vehicle, and to tell the truth, I hesitated putting it on the internet how much it costs. But I decided to do it anyway, because why not? Well, first of all, I want to thank all you subscribers for subscribing to the new Jimny channel. We hit a 1,000 subscriber mark this weekend, and I never expected that to happen, so thank you all again for subscribing to the new Jimny channel. Okay, so in this video we'll be going over the total cost of the big Jimny build, and I have to say, when I calculated the total cost, I was in total shock. But the fact is that I live here in Iceland. Everything is very, very expensive. Both we have high taxes of all imported spare parts, plus the shipping cost is very high. Now, the fact that I had all the work done on this vehicle by a professional makes it even more expensive. You might say if you would do it yourself, you could save a lot of money if you have the knowledge to do it. But my goal with this vehicle was to make it as the best 4x4 you could possibly get, that it would be compatible with the bigger 4x4 vehicles here in Iceland that could travel on glaciers and so on. And to say the least, I think I did it. This vehicle has done exceptionally well, driving in very rough conditions, and I have no complaints whatsoever. Now, the goal would not have been achieved if it wasn't for these very, very skilled professionals that worked on the car, and I have to give a special thank to my friend Aron at Breytir. Him and his team did a fantastic job. Also, I had a special electrician do all the electric work on the car, and that came with a price, but every penny's worth. Okay, we are going to start with the suspension. As you saw in the older version of the big Jimny build, or the video I did on that, which by the way has received 70,000 views so far, which is very good. The cost with building the undercarriage or making it ready for the OME suspension was a lot of work. The OME suspension parts were not that expensive in fact, but the biggest cost in this modification was basic working hours in a professional shop. And they had to do a lot of work cutting out the fenders and welding some foundations to the undercarriage to fit the OME suspension. So, one of the most expensive parts of the big Jimny build was building the fender flares. It took about 8 weeks to complete the job, but I think it was every penny's worth because it came out really, really good. The car looks just out of this world, I think, and it was a very, very professional done job. Another very expensive upgrade was fitting the ARB lockers and also the gear ratios, which was outrageously expensive. Not the fact that the installation was expensive, it's just the spare parts were very expensive, extremely expensive. But I think it's every penny's worth. It's good to have ARB lockers in rough conditions and the right gear ratios. Another upgrade to this vehicle was fitting the bumper and winch. It's a very expensive upgrade, but every penny's worth. It's good to have a sense of security when you're driving on glaciers and you get stuck. You can help others out or basically just help yourself. Now, the work on the electric inside the Jimny was a lot of work and probably the most expensive part of the project. We basically had to build everything from scratch. We built an extra electric system inside behind the glove compartment, which connects all the major upgrade components we already had put in the car, such as the inflation-deflation system, ARB pump, and all the lightings and all the lockers and everything into a control panel on the front dash, which came out really, really good. I think it's every penny's worth, and if something goes wrong, you have this special electric board you can check on your fuses and so on. Very good upgrade. Okay, so when it came to mapping the engine, we were in deep water. Basically, we had no idea what we were doing. We were just trying to figure out how we can just add some horsepower to this car. Now, my good friend at Bílaforritun, Gisli, he took out the computer and he managed to find out that it was the same computer as the Suzuki Jimny motorcycle. But he managed to squeeze out about 10 to 12 horsepowers. And we found that out on the dyno bench, that it actually pushed about 80 horsepower down to the wheels, but the wheels are bigger than the stock wheels. So it is basically 110 to 112 horsepowers. Alright, so that concludes all the modifications and the cost, and the total cost for the whole project was, well, I'm still sweating. I tell you, I'm still sweating, but I think it's every penny's worth. Every penny's worth. And here it goes. Well, even though we spent about $34,000 on this car, which is basically another car's worth here in Iceland, you could buy another Jimny for that price, basically. And we're not yet done modifying this vehicle. There are a couple things we can do to make it even better. And that is, first of all, if you want to add some horsepower, we're looking at a turbocharger or a supercharger. And also it needs a little lower gearing, because I'm driving the vehicle a lot in snow, and in very rough conditions you need to have like a low gear, which is a special component you can buy or have it modified to the car. And I think if I do these two upgrades, this vehicle will be almost perfect. I want to thank you for watching. Please like and share this video. If you're not a subscriber already, please subscribe to my channel. Until next time, thanks for watching. See you later.